Stephen Fulton fighting against Brandon Figueroa. This was a rematch from 2021 where Fulton won a majority decision at 122 pounds. This time, they fight for the WBC belt as Figueroa as the champion at 126 pounds. Fulton comes in the ring with a custom jean shorts and Timberlands on, and he put on a clean, impressive performance. Just too sharp, too fast, too elusive for Figueroa. Figueroa, to me, gotta always respect what he is, right? He's gonna come forward and the pressure and the stamina, but was just too one-dimensional. He wasn't as effective. He seemed like he was smothering himself when he did get inside, always late to the punch, and Fulton had his way. Just, to me, Figueroa looked a little sluggish at the higher weight, but credit to Stephen Fulton. Bounces back after the loss to Inoue, two-time world champion now. What'd you think of his performance?
No, you nailed it. Listen, you nailed it. And look, I'll tell you what, I didn't nail it because I picked Figueroa. So again, full transparency. You guys don't got to come out after me with the arrows. I'm there. I'm there. You don't have to flush me out. You don't got to do that. Yeah, I'm there. When I'm right, I'm right. I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I picked Figueroa. I was wrong. I thought that Fulton might be impacted from the Inoue, even though he had one fight in between where he won it, which was very important to have. I thought he still might have been impacted by that loss where, he got taken apart by Inoue, but he wasn't. He fought brilliantly. And to the point of the Timberland boots, I don't know if they were boxing shoes that were designed to look like Timberland.
They were customized.
Yeah,
They were.
because they fooled me during the fight. I thought they were boots, and I was like, "This is a first. I've never seen a guy fight with boots."
I did too.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Joe Frazier was famous at running with army boots. He was famous. All the old time Muhammad Ali ran with them too. The old time fighters, they didn't run with Air Jordans. Okay, there was no Air Jordans. They ran with they they did things different, and they ran with army boots. They did black army boots to make their legs stronger and maybe to give them calluses and make them go through pain. I don't know, but that's what they were. I thought this guy's fighting with Timberland boots on, and the reason I thought was he wants to set himself, not just float around, but be set to punch. So it would be hard for Figueroa to gain entry. Look, whether they were boots or as it turned out, they were just boxing shoes that looked like Timberland. It sent the message. He came to do work. He came to be ready. He came not to be chased around the ring. He came to fight. Yeah, he was going to fight at a higher, more sophisticated level than Figueroa does because that's him. He's a counterpuncher. Figueroa is a pressure guy. Figueroa, again, is the guy that looks to evaporate your will and evaporate whatever you have physically to take care of. He's that sunshine that I talk about, that proverbial day in the middle of July, that proverbial puddle that's in the street and the sun is bearing down on it, and then you come back a half hour later, there's no puddle because it got evaporated by the sun. That's Figueroa. That's his approach, and it's always going to be his approach. He's going to try to evaporate you, and Fulton did what he does. He counterpunches. He tries to control the outside. He'll try to keep range. When he gets range, he beats you to the punch before you close the gap. And then he also, because back to the Timberland boots, he was ready to get on the construction site. He was ready to get in the pits, and he did. Because later in the fight, when he couldn't keep distance as much, and he had to fight fire with fire a little bit because of the relentless pressure of Figueroa, what did he do, bud? With the Timberland boots or whatever they were, he stayed inside and he punched in between those punches. He threw the shorter, more concise. He placed his shots. Figueroa was throwing shots. The big difference was Fulton was placing shots. Big difference throwing and placing.